Chris, can we go first?
Making a habit of leaving it late, you take reassurance from the mentality, or you're like worried that taking something to get these games?
A bit of both. I know how hard it is to create chances against a team that's with 11 players in their 18-yard box. It's, by the way, very good that they do this because they've almost got a point. So I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm just trying to explain how difficult it is against a Premier League team, because they're very good players as well. If they defend with all of them back, and they hardly try to bring the ball out from the back because the goalkeeper every time plays long, and we don't score from a set piece, then the only thing you can score is from open play. And open play is quite difficult if you have to outplay 11 players in their own 18-yard box. That's what we saw today. So you come close, but every time there's a foot in between or whatever. No really open chances. So a draw was probably what we expected throughout the game, but we tried also with the substitutions we made to bring all the players we have that can attack on the pitch. So I think we were 6 or 7 in the end. I don't know if that has anything to do with us scoring the goal, but we did create the penalty, and just before that with a big chance from Jeremy. So relief, yeah, lucky.
You mentioned the substitutions. Obviously, Milos comes up in the first half. Was that purely because of the yellow card, or was there an injury?
Not only the yellow card, also that afterwards he played the ball, no foul at all. But the referee blew his whistle, which can always happen because this happens in football. That sometimes. But the reaction of the fans was, and I saw players of them also trying to go to the referee, implementing, hey, if you think this is a foul, maybe you should give a yellow for it, which would have been ridiculous, of course. But then it's a risk. The only way we could lose this game is we could go down to 10, because with 11-11 we could have drawn it, but we couldn't have lost it because they've never been over the halfway line, let alone in our 18-yard box. They've been over the halfway line, but the goalkeeper kicked it long. So then the only way you can lose it is if we go down to 10, and I didn't want to take that risk, which was hard for Milos, because normally you don't have to take a player off if he has a yellow before. But I felt this was the best choice to make.
Arne, would you speak to him about what did look like a dive?
Yeah, I said already to him that it wasn't smart, and he replied to me that he felt some arm in his back. But let's be clear, it wasn't a penalty. But if there was contact, yes or no, I cannot tell you. But it's never smart. It is funny, by the way, that the 2 dives, if this was a dive, we've made in the one year and a few months that I'm here, that both led to a yellow card, which led to the suspension of Ryan in the last game of the season, and now. So yeah, we're not really good at it. I see it happening a lot without referees giving yellow. But the moment we do it, if it was a dive, he told me he felt something, but it wasn't a foul, let that be clear. Then it's not smart. That's also clear.
Joyce?
When the game's going like that and you're not looking like you're going to get the goal, do you ever contemplate taking Mo off? Because it wasn't his best afternoon today, or is it just simply you're overloading with you want to overload with attacking?
Yeah, you always, if you need a goal and the things do not go really well, because it wasn't as if we. Although the second half, I felt we were doing better and better and better. We came closer and closer and closer. But yeah, I thought about almost every substitution you can make. But in the end, you always come back to the fact that I don't want to leave this stadium with a draw thinking I didn't brought all my attackers in, all the guys that can score a goal. And in another game, you maybe wonder, is it worth the risk to play with 7 attackers? But against a team that plays with 11 players in their 18-yard box, that's, I think, not a big risk then. So that's why we decided to do that, and taking Mo off if you need a goal. It will probably happen this season or maybe next season, but it probably won't happen a lot.
Just Could I just ask on Alexander, you explained
Yeah.
at the start the reasoning why he wasn't here. Did he train this morning like an accent?
No, he did recovery, but he got a hard and tough session yesterday. So I can explain you, but it's going to take a few minutes. But it's not that difficult to understand. So if you start the season when the players have been off for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, you give them a certain base. So you give them a lot of good sessions before they are able in the end of the week to play 45 minutes. We got him from Newcastle in a state where you could say his pre-season is going to start now. So then he needs proper minutes of training before he has a certain base, let alone for him to play twice in 3 days. So that's what we do. We try to prepare players for in the beginning of the season once a week, and then we try to do more and more and more before we go into the rhythm of 2 games a week, so that they are ready for that schedule. Now, Alex is far from ready for that schedule of 3 games in a week, 90 minutes. But then we could use him for today 5 minutes, and then Wednesday again 10, and then 15. But that we don't believe that is the way to build him up. We believe it's the way. In Sweden, they did the right thing of giving him good sessions without playing him a lot, because if you play the player, you cannot give him good sessions. They did the right thing. We did the same. So now we will be able, either Wednesday or Saturday, to play 45 as a minimum, and maybe a little bit more. But if he plays 45 on Wednesday, don't expect him to play 45 or more on Saturday, because his body is not prepared for that, in our opinion.
The last one.
Just check on Alexander McAllister, Arne.
Yeah.
After that tackle in the first half, was that did he come up tactically or because of the injury?
Not tactically, but it was a bit of both. So it's similar to Alex, but in a completely different way. He missed a lot of pre-season, so he is ready for 1 game a week, maybe 70 to 90. He played 90 for Argentina, and he was really tired after 70. So he doesn't have the right build up towards playing 3 games a week, 90 minutes. So it was always sure today that I would take him off after 60 minutes for him to be able to be Wednesday back on the pitch again, and for him to be Saturday back on the pitch again. And I had already made 1 substitution in the first half. So if I then take him off at 60 minutes, that would be my second one. And if I then want to make 75, then in the end I can do nothing anymore. So that, combined with the fact that the tackle was a tackle that he felt, and I'm not surprised by the fact that he felt that tackle, by the way. So it was a combination of both. He said it was fine and good enough to go on, although he limped is the word, a lot. So that's more his mentality, I think, than it was that he could actually perform at his best for 15 minutes longer. So the combination of him being injured, me not wanting to lose the second substitution after 60 minutes led to, and us not playing so well, by the way. So bring Dome to the midfield, more players that can attack the box. So a lot of arguments, but partly a tactical now.
Thank you.